Stellar value equivalent to 210 rands a coin. The present cost range 119,767,275. The earlier day close 2621. The change was 0.531, 258%. Reverse rate ZAR to XLM. Stellar cost expectation for September 2024. Initially cost at 140 rands. Excessive cost 173, while low cost 140. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 154. Stellar cost figure toward the month's end 162. Change for September 15.7%. Stellar figure for October 2024. Initially cost at 162 rands. Excessive cost 162, while low cost 131. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 149. Stellar cost conjecture toward the month's end 141. Change for October 13%. Stellar cost expectation for November 2024. Before all else cost at 141 rands. Excessive cost 161, while low cost 140. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 148. Stellar cost conjecture toward the month's end 150. Change for November 6.4%. Stellar conjecture for December 2024. Before all else cost at 150 rands. Excessive cost 158, while low cost 138. The found the middle value of cost 149. Stellar cost gauge toward the month's end 148. Change for December 13%. Stellar cost expectation for January 2025. In the first place cost at 148 rands. Exorbitant cost 168, while low cost 146. The found the middle value of cost 155. Stellar cost gauge toward the month's end 157. Change for January 1%. Stellar gauge for February 2025. In the first place cost at 157 rands. Exorbitant cost 165, while low cost 143. The found the middle value of cost 155. Stellar cost estimate toward the month's end 154. Change for February 19%. Stellar cost expectation for WARC 2025. First and foremost cost at 154 rands. Exorbitant cost 167, while low cost 145. The found the middle value of cost 156. Stellar cost estimate toward the month's end 156. Change for spring 13%. Stellar estimate for April 2025. To start with cost at 156 rands. Exorbitant cost 194, while low cost 156. The found the middle value of cost 172. Stellar cost estimate toward the month's end 181. Change for April 16%. Stellar cost expectation for May 2025. Before all else cost at 181 rands. Exorbitant cost 220, while low cost 181. The found the middle value of cost 197. Stellar cost gauge toward the month's end 206. Change for May 13.8%. Stellar estimate for June 2025. To start with cost at 206 rands. Exorbitant cost 233, while low cost 203. The found the middle value of cost 215. Stellar cost estimate toward the month's end 218. Change for June 5.8%. Stellar cost expectation for July 2025. At the outset cost at 218 rands. Excessive cost 218, while low cost 176. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 2,000. Stellar cost conjecture toward the month's end 189. Change for July 13.3%. Stellar estimate for August 2025. To start with cost at 189 rands. Exorbitant cost 234, while low cost 189. The found the middle value of cost 28. Stellar cost estimate toward the month's end 219. Change for August 15.9%. Stellar cost expectation for September 2025. At the outset cost at 219 rands. Excessive cost 238, while low cost 206. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 221. Stellar cost conjecture toward the month's end 222. Change for September 14%. Stellar conjecture for October 2025. At the outset cost at 222 rands. Excessive cost 276, while low cost 222. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 245. Stellar cost conjecture toward the month's end 258. Change for October 16.2%. Stellar cost expectation for November 2025. Initially cost at 258 rands. Excessive cost 280, while low cost 244. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 261. Stellar cost figure toward the month's end 262. Change for November 16%. Stellar figure for December 2025. Initially cost at 262 rands. Excessive cost 285, while low cost 247. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 265. Stellar cost figure toward the month's end 266. Change for December 15%. Stellar cost expectation for January 2026. Before all else cost at 266 rands. Excessive cost 279, while low cost 243. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 262. Stellar cost figure toward the month's end 261. Change for January 19%. Stellar conjecture for February 2026. Before all else cost at 261 rands. Excessive cost 324, while low cost 261. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 287. Stellar cost conjecture toward the month's end 303. Change for February 16 1%. Stellar cost expectation for Walk 2026. At the outset cost at 303 rands. Excessive cost 303, while low cost 258. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 285. Stellar cost conjecture toward the month's end 277. Change for spring 86%. Stellar conjecture for April 2026. At the outset cost at 277 rands. Excessive cost 317, while low cost 275. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 291. Stellar cost conjecture toward the month's end 296. Change for April 69%. Stellar cost expectation for May 2026. In the first place cost at 296 rands. Exorbitant cost 322, while low cost 280. They found the middle value of cost 3,000. Stellar cost estimate toward the month's end 301. Change for May 17%. Stellar conjecture for June 2026. At the outset cost at 301 rands. Excessive cost 301, while low cost 246. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 278. Stellar cost conjecture toward the month's end 264. Change for June 3%. Stellar cost expectation for July 2026. Initially cost at 264 rands. Excessive cost 287, while low cost 249. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 267. Stellar cost figure toward the month's end 268. Change for July 15%. Stellar figure for August 2026. Initially cost at 268 rands. Excessive cost 314, while low cost 268. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 286. Stellar cost figure toward the month's end 293. Change for August 93%. Stellar cost expectation for September 2026. At the outset cost at 293 rands. Excessive cost 311, while low cost 271. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 292. Stellar cost figure toward the month's end 291. Change for September 7%. Stellar figure for October 2026. Initially cost at